I definitely think the Wall Street Journal is part of my everyday life.
If you're looking for business information, the Wall Street Journal is definitely the go-to publication.
The Wall Street Journal reflects what the real world of business is like. And I think that's something that you can't get from a textbook that may be outdated.
The Journal is a source just because it's real world and you can relate to it. You can relate to exactly what's going on and you hear about it, you know, what's going on in the news, and that's what's in the Journal.
The most surprising thing about the Journal, I'd like to read it.
I look at the front page of the Wall Street Journal first.
I usually pick it up on my way to class when I get here.
I definitely like to know what's going on today. Definitely what's going on in the world, what's going on in industry.
I'll look at the two columns on the right and left side of the front page.
My favorite part of the Journal is the What's New section in the front, where it outlines in 2 or 3 sentences some of the main things that are going on that day.
It's about 1 or 2 sentences about, you know, really the headlines of the day. And then it follows up to different stories throughout the paper.
You know, I'll just read the little headlines and maybe read a couple lines into it. If it sounds interesting, I'll keep going.
You can read it in 2 minutes and get everything you need out of it.
And it's really helped in my classes because even if I don't have enough time to read the Journal before going to class, at least I've read that front part. And What's News usually gives me enough so that if main ideas come up in class, I can act like I've read the whole story already, even though I only got through the front page.
Inside today's journal, I also read because these are the most the interesting articles.
If you look at the bottom here, it has all the sections and all the important relevant articles that they're bringing up. So usually there'll be 1 or 2 articles that I want to find, and I'll jump right to those.
In the index, I look for, if I were looking for stocks in the marketing and media, for career, I also look in here.
I always like looking at the middle column, which usually is like a human interest story.
There was this one article about the guy who was doing the chest shaving trend among college students, and I just thought it was absolutely ridiculous and funny that they had this random article about chest shaving with a picture, no less, a stipulograph of this kid chest shaving on the front of the Wall Street Journal. And it just was absolutely hysterical.
The reason why I read the economy section is because I feel as if it gives you a broad understanding of what's going on in the business world.
The international articles almost always deal with what we're doing in class.
I always flip inside of the Journal and go to the opinions at the back. There's just so many different views expressed and by so many different people. Ted Nugent wrote a little article in there, and I never thought I'd see a 80s hard rocker writing anything.
The next thing I do is just kind of go to the marketplace section.
I just enjoy looking. I think that the articles in the marketplace seem to really cover what's going on right now.
I use the marketing and media section in the Wall Street Journal for one thing, just to see what's going on. You know, who's got what account, sort of what's going on from an advertising account activity. And a lot of times the Wall Street Journal profiles advertising campaigns that I can then bring to the classroom and say, okay, you know this campaign, this is basically what, you know, they were thinking about doing whenever they were running this campaign. What do you guys think?
I'm big on like technology and stuff like that, so I go to the technology section to see what new items are out.
Being a marketing major, I like to see what's going on, other aspects of companies, not just how their stock's doing.
I might want to ask for something for Christmas, and they show like different items that young men like myself would be interested in, like Palm Pilots. I have a Palm Pilot. They show the new features on the new Palm Pilots.
I like the fact that he covers things dealing with computers, to a recent article he wrote about a digital camera. And it's more about technology that everybody could use. It's not hardcore technology that only tech junkies would understand. I bought my Xbox because of Mossberg's column.
I just find the marketplace section to be the most interesting on a personal level.
The money and investing section, I've used that whenever I want to talk about when we're preparing for the end of the year, when there's a lot of investing going on, or in January when a lot of the markets pick up, the stocks pick up. We usually go there.
Probably the most interesting assignment that I've done here was an interest rate project. It was tracking interest rates for the course of the semester and using the Wall Street Journal with no other guidelines to figure out why interest rates moved as they did. I happen to like that because I'm a finance major, and it's interesting to me.
I'm an investor myself, and I look to see if any of my companies are in there to see what's going on there. Maybe I want to buy some more stock, try to buy low, sell high.
Last year I found Jonathan Clements' articles, his Getting Going column, really interesting
column on personal finance that actually helped me decide to pursue a finance major.
The journal isn't just a supply and demand graph, it's more than that, and I think it helps us to gain an understanding of how the business world affects all industries.
I definitely like to read a personal journal.
The personal journal is written, how is it going to affect me?
What rather surprised me was the personal journal at the back, which took what I had, I'd only understand as kind of business thinking or investment thinking. And now in the personal journal, I was getting information that I could use personally.
Kind of stuff that isn't covered in class, that's really the things that I'm more interested in.
I do like to go to the movies, so when the critics have their reviews of their movies, I usually just read them.
A few weeks ago, I saw a review on Eminem's new movie. I didn't think that would ever be in the Wall Street Journal.
There was an article about how parents are helping their kids getting careers. I thought that was definitely interesting, and that applies to me because my parents are also helping me find a career.
Every article there is about sports really catches my eye because the journal really goes into depth on how the business of sports works and how much money there is behind, your heroes on the field.
You can find some really fun articles. There was an article a few weeks ago. They were rating different college campus foods. And you wouldn't think that would wind up in the Wall Street Journal.
I remember a couple weeks ago, the Personal Journal had an article with 401ks, and then another one with that I was pretty interested in. I read the whole thing. It was a pretty long one. It was about grad schools, and it had the top 10 grad schools in there.
When we began to use it online, I began to realize just how easy it was for me to use it and how it was silly for me not to be able to, log on every day.
Also, with our subscription in print, we also have an online subscription.
It gives you quick access to the things that you're interested in.
Briefing books I find very helpful in the sense that it not only gives you financial statement data, but it gives you an overview of the company, kind of a company profile. It gives you insider information so you get the sense of what senior managers are holding as far as the percentage of the overall shares of the company.
I like the ease of being able to search for just back issues and back articles. You just got to type in keywords and you go to the date that it was on and the article pops right up.
Students often email me articles from the Wall Street Journal, and any demonstration by a student that shows their commitment to learning and that shows an interest and a willingness to share information with others, I think is a good reflection of that student's attitude.
They archive articles for 30 days. If a professor suggests that we read an article that was in the paper a few days ago that I may have missed, I can go back to it.
I encourage the students to look online for the Asian and European editions of the journal. It's so easy and convenient for them because they all have the online subscription.
I have my stocks on wallstreetjournal.com. It's a portfolio section on there that you can actually put the stocks in there that you own.
I actually have a homepage set up for the Wall Street Journal that pulls up certain stocks of mine that I hold.
It beats going to the library and looking at 8,000 different sources. You can find enough articles to present your position in the Wall Street Journal without any kind of problem. And you can do all that from the comfort of your dorm room, in my case, or your home if you have internet access at home.
Where the Wall Street Journal helps me the most is when I'm interviewing for summer internships or full-time jobs. I always end up talking about an article that I read that morning, and I think it really impresses the interviewer.
The job market has changed significantly in recent years, as we all know. And companies are looking for something special in students and something that extends beyond the classroom. So many corporations, particularly on Wall Street, are asking questions that students can't answer out of textbooks.
I was definitely in an interview, and they just flat out asked me, can you tell us what one of the stories on the front cover of the Wall Street Journal is today?
And if they develop the habit of reading the journal, when they go for their interviews and they're asked a question on some current event that happened in the last day or two, they're much better prepared to offer a logical answer.
The people that are interviewing me for civil engineering jobs are really surprised that I have a knowledge of business and have a knowledge of day-to-day business, which, I get from reading the Wall Street Journal.
I've heard from recruiters that it's very impressive to them when our students go in and basically understand the current events in business, and the students will tell them it's primarily because of the time they spend with the journal.
A few weeks ago, I was fortunate enough to be on an office visit with one of the most well-known financial services firms in the world. One of the first questions that the head of recruiting asked was, he called on a student and said, "Did you read the Wall Street Journal this morning?" And the student flat out just said no, and the recruiter answered back very bluntly, "You better start."
The thing that I enjoy the most about collegejournal.com are the sections about careers and possible career paths, information about business schools.
Showing employers that you read the Wall Street Journal is just showing your motivation.
You have to read it to do well in a lot of my classes.
It's a great tool as an instructor, you know, to give my students an idea of what's going on in the real world.
You learn things in a textbook and then you see them in action when you use the Wall Street Journal.
I think that reading the journal and gaining an understanding of the business world is actually expected of you. And if you don't have that knowledge, you'll fall behind in the classroom, you'll fall behind in the job market, you'll fall behind before you even gain a job.
I think professors are really impressed when you can take a story from the Wall Street Journal and use it as it relates to the subject matter in class. It really shows that you're interested in what you're learning and that you care about putting the time into the class.
With my schedule, I can just stick it in my book bag and in between classes just pull it out and, you know, even if I only have 5 minutes, just read a quick article. You know, whereas television, you can't really do that, and, you know, textbook, you can't really do that, so it's a good learning tool in that sense.
I think that having an understanding of what's going on in the world around you, especially being a business student, is extremely pertinent.
This is what recruiters are looking for, this is what companies are looking for, is for a knowledge base.
Every day after I'm done reading the journal, I can say to myself, I learned something today.